Hello and welcome to today's Rebirth stream with me, the Mr. 92, also known as Mr. Staudinger. Last time. What did we do last time? Last time we finished. Fuck you, music. Fuck you. So last time we finished the donation usage here, which is working now, and additionally we did the notify page. I already did one banner, not two, so the YouTube is still a placeholder, but this is already the actual thing. tms-gaming streams Rocket League live in less than 10 minutes now. Your mom liked your status. I'm leaving. Yeah, some jokes in there, as always. Okay, so today we're gonna start with the dynamic tools. So what we're gonna do today is log in for TMS. So basically what we are working on is the watch tool thingy. Let's get rid of nothing. Let's go in here, tools, index. Okay, we don't need that either, actually. Okay, so what the tool thingy does for now is, let's go to watch, question mark, ID is 1. Watch slash ID is 1. So here we have the toolbox, which for now says to do, nothing else. But that is what we will be working with. So in here we want to have the login, the usage of the soundboard, betting stuff, and so on. But for now we need something like a login. And some scripts that can get the recent amount of TMS coins and stuff like that. So I would say we do a new script, PHP, and we call it class login. Whoa. And we will save that in scripts, PHP, and in there tools. And here we will have login.php. So to get that, we go include ///script/php/tools/login php. And what we want to have is we need a session. The session keeps track if we are logged in and whatever. We just do that by typing session_start. Super simple. And then we will actually already look for if there is something like a user token. If there's one set, first of all we will say, that's stupid. Let's say logged in is false, and if there's a user token set and the string length of the user token matches something. We can only set session, it's okay. If the user token is set and if the user token is not equals to an empty string, then we say logged in is true. So And here, main stuff. End of main stuff. In here we will have if not logged in, we will show something. Then end of that, else we show something, and over here, and this as well. Good. Yeah, now it would be smart if we had our index, because I just want to have the usual thing like main role, main. Do we want to have the logo? Yeah, we should. Just for the reason that it looks better. We're gonna take that. Paste that in here in main stuff. So the container. Let's just do it like this. And we have this here. And then we're gonna end the container and end the main. Main container. Actually, the main container is not that. Here. End of main container. So the first easy thing we want to have, if we're not logged in, we will show a form that allows us to log in. So what we're gonna do here is have a div class row with justifies content center. I think it was. Justify content center, yes. And in here we will have a form that leads to the login PHP. We're gonna take the data as a post, which means we're not showing them in the link, but we transfer them securely. And actually we should do a div class called 12 in here as well. End of div. And the form, we will have an input type text, which is called username, placeholder. We could do some funny things again with the username, or we just write username required, and below or next or whatever we will have a password input named pwd. Placeholder is password required as well. And in the end we'll have a button type submit, which just says log in. Okay. No, not in array. Oh. So we will have to do a lot of styles. That's okay. Here we need as well to back. I think that works for now. So what we need is scripts and what? No, not watch. Yeah, watch tools. Pause error on line 2. Line 2? What? I beg your pardon? Stacked curly bracket open? Why? What? That doesn't make much sense. To be fair, is that the right website that we open? Watch tools. What? How is that an error? Are you sure about that? What? What? Or does the error reporting not work in Windows? But it should. Page is not working. We have that, we have that. Fluids. Do we have any errors? Obviously not, because we disabled them. What? This file shouldn't be a single error. To be fair. The class login that he doesn't have? Why? Oh yeah. Okay. These now it's working. Hello, Bagley. Okay. The way to forbid resizing, on the other hand, it doesn't matter. Okay, but why can't I do this? Is this really breaking the thing? No, it's not. Why would it? Makes no sense. Oh, it's because I included the... Oh, it said probably not index but login. And then, yeah. Okay. By the way, we have to close this again and open it up, because I want to really optimize it for the standard size that opens it up. So we want to work on that. Okay. Yeah, what we definitely want to do is we want to make that beautiful by, I don't know. And actually below the form we could do some information. I mean, on the other hand, we would need another... By the way, is the submit button working? Yeah, it is. Because it says you have to fill out the thing. Because it's required. Okay, yeah. Class is form. Nah, why would I put a class on that? Why not just... Let's do a rel is style sheet, href, styles, tms-gaming. So, new file. And here we'll have a definition form. And we save that in styles tmsg.css. Yeah, for the form, I would say we do... Should we do it white with border? Let's do that for now. Color white, and we're gonna do a border 2 pixels solid, oh, some kind of gray. Copy that as well. Yeah, obviously for now it looks shit. Yeah, what we definitely need is a border radius. Border radius makes everything more beautiful. Maybe the background color, maybe this some kind of gray, like AAA. I mean, it's something. Actually, it would look a lot better if it had the same color like this. So, color pick in action. It's 11111. No, it's a cat. Background color a cat B. And the border we will use this tool and get one tint darker, which is this one here. That looks better. And what we want as well is a padding of, let's say, 20 pixels. And what we definitely want is these full width, so class col12 should work. Col class is col12. And here would be like class col6. Yeah, we will probably need more rows in there. We'll probably need a row for everything. End of diff, and another row. End of diff, and another row. End of diff. And maybe we even do here something like text center. On buttons it is default anyhow. And what we want to do is in the form, the input, have a margin bottom off. And as well have a border radius of 3 pixels. And for my button, we'll have a border radius. Probably after the form we'll do a div class is subform with row and text center. What if we just put a card in here? Or no, not here, but there. Okay. Then we don't need the background color in there. Why is there no more padding? Oh, there is padding, but it's the margin. Whoops. Yeah. And below that we will write text such as in order to use the toolbox, log in and you have features such as upload. Actually, we don't need subform here, and just do text center here. And here we just write something like in order to use cool features such as sound boards, redeeming TMS coins for watch time. Oops. Soundboards. Embedding or more. Be sure to log in with your nice account. Don't have a tms-gaming. Account and create one. It is P and left P. No more peeing. Stupid. So okay. Okay. Good, then I would say we do the login site. Okay, so in tools, index PHP. Yeah, so in here we have a login PHP. So, this one once again does all of this. So, if there's already a user token set, we will have them back, because then this is for nothing, so index PHP. Also, we're gonna do this here. Login PHP, we will have public static function try login. Got a username and a password. The DB count is first in there. We need letters in here. And we definitely need a database as well. And I probably should refresh my skills for logging in, because there's probably already a safer variant already around. PHP login. Yeah, connect. Do MySQL connect. Holy shit. Where did you get the hashed password from? Okay. Yeah, so what I remember is make a new one. Users, username, varchar, UTF-8 in case someone is super special. This is the primary. Then we will save the email to it, just so no one creates multiple users with one email. The username is limited to, I don't know, 50. Email. Basically, we could do that hashed, which means we don't save the actual email, but we just use it for checking if someone already used that. Email hashed. Oh no, let's leave it empty. Here as well. UTF-8 general. Then we'll have the password hashed, which is varchar, another automatic length. Then we will have coins with the integer, how many coins someone has, and we need the user token, which is gonna be up to 50 value, which is later used for spending and redeeming. But wait, talking about redeeming, we will probably need a last redeem thing in here as well. Last redeem is a date time. Yeah, that should work. Where? Oh. I don't know how long a fucking hash is. 5,000. So. And what I remember here is insert into users where the value is Mr. 92, and then using SHA-1. That, and then a SHA-1 test underscore PWD. Coins is 0, or let's say 100. They did not say a EXA. Fucking 8 bool EXA. User token is empty for now, and the last redeem is out. Go. Yeah, shit, that works. So that is what I remember. Okay, so login, try login. We're gonna do a simple db select from we select from, what was the table called now? Users. Select basically nothing. Ah yeah, we need the access token, user token we call it. User token. From users, where username, I think we called it username. Username, yes. Or username, like username and PWD hashed. Like SHA-1 of PWD. And of that string, we don't need no order. What am I doing? We save that into result. Thank you, Amazon. And here we say if result is null, then return null. If or size of result is smaller than 1, or size of result greater than 1. If size of result is not equal to 1. Why am I doing this? Because first, if it's 0, I don't get a valid thing. And if it's 2, I have a big problem in my database, because then there are multiple guys with the same username and password, which should not be possible. But if there should be such a case, I don't want anyone to log in at that point, because I don't want to have problems everywhere. And then we return null, else we'll return result at 0 at user token. So the try login will return the user token for us. So in here we will do user token is login. Why is this small, by the way? We can do that. Try. Tries it. Fuck. Do. Nah, do is another. Get token. Login and get token. That makes sense. And get token. So for that we need the database which we did not initialize yet. We need that. Then we hand over the DB. Then we have to check if everything is alright. So if not is set, post username, return. Well, basically we do a header location index PHP. And what we want to do here as well is $_session at error is array, and $_session error next position is no username was given. I'm doing this very Roman, I don't know, because this should not happen anyhow. This is really if someone wants to infiltrate something. Because that can actually not happen, because username is over here a required thing. Except the browser is too stupid to understand required. Okay, then if not is set, post pwd. Yes. That is not set. We will do the same, but we say no password was given. So we're given the use post map post username and the post wd. If okay, what can it give back? Either null or the value. Okay. Oh, by the way, we're super smart. Every time we log in, we want to generate a new table, so people really, every time they log in, everything resets basically for them. So what we not want to do here is get the user token, but say login, okay. And then we say dollar new token is login generate token. Then we do $result is EB update, and we wanna update users where username like username and set user token to $new token. And if the result is null or result is false, then we return null again, because then there was a database issue. And if result is true, we will return the new token. That is what we want to do. And get token. If user token is null, that means that we have an issue here. What is happening? Pressing wrong things again. Ugh. If the user token is null, that means we got an invalid login credentials are invalid. Check the data. Check your data. And we head back. And else, if we get a valid user token, then we will simply do $session user token is user token. So we save that into the user token that we get into session user token and head back to the index, which will mean in here we'll see user token is set and it's not empty, so we are logged in. Sounds good. If it works is a different topic, but it should. So let's do test. Login PHP is unable to handle the request. I will login PHP. Oh, very important. Before we do any headers, we need to close the database again. Do that just now. Okay, so why is it not working? That's why. I basically already know where my mistakes are, but why am I still doing them? Confirm, yes. So let's do it new. Still errors. Failed to load resource log in PHP. Why though? Watch tools login. Watch tools login. It is definitely here. Oh fuck me. And get token. Probably there's still somewhere. Was that PHP or was that JS? Array. No, that works. Equals array, and then at the next position. I mean, basically we could just do this because there will be just one error. Where is the goddamn mistake? Session start. If that is set, and that is that, then we head back. New DB con, which is in here. Yeah, go back. We open the database. Okay, debugging. Let's put that out. Away for now, we just need watch and script. Are you working now? Okay, there is at least no error. That's something. Then, if not said, post username $session error, no username was given, db closed. Header good. So I would say these two if statements work as well. Nope, they don't. How? That's one. Ugh. The minor things are always the problem. Okay, so we just go back if it's that, and if we type the Mr. 92 and test underscore pwd. Call to undefined. Oh yeah, obviously. We don't have the generate token thing yet. That is good. Because if we just enter something, just come back. So the only thing we're missing is displaying the errors, which is actually super simple. First we need bootstrapping. Bootstrap alert. There we are. Exactly what I meant. Danger alert. What we want. So in here we be like a PHP if dollar or if is set dollar underscore session error. Fuck me. Then if session error is not empty, then we will echo this. And not this though. But in here we will put the session error. So that should work. It's a one line error message right there. But what we want to do in here is, if this is happening, then we definitely want to set error. Oh wait, there's something like dumping. Can even make it better. Dump session variables. No, not dump. Unset. Oh, just unset and then what we want to unset. Okay. We want to unset this. Because else, if we have an error in the first place, but when we do it, the error will still stay in there. I mean, it won't show because we're then logged in. But if we log out and the error is still in there, it will show an error, which makes no sense at all. So, something we want to keep in mind. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the session is already created, so let's do the login. I think I mistyped. Oh, obviously because the source crashes before. Okay, I won't clear my session now. Just to test that. It should work. And visual wise, I think it's okay. Good. So that works. The only thing we need is in the login we need to generate a token. It's super simple. Function generate token. So what we want to do is we want to generate a long hash thingy basically. And what we want to use for that is we need ASCII and there's a lot in between. Generate random X. In PHP, obviously. Oh, that's cool as well. Use a random string, hash it, and then use just the first 6 characters. substring. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do this. They're completely right. What we want to do here is create a random string, or a random number, better said. Then hash that, which means it will be encrypted. And then we take the first 16 elements, and that is what we generate. That's actually, I think, the best thing you can do. So let's go here, Mr. 92, test underscore password, lol. What? What? That makes no sense. And get token. So we generate a token, then we update that. Okay, so the simplest thing is to see if we have a token in here. We don't. Problem could be that this is just not working. And we're gonna test that by moving that over here so you don't see my database credentials. Would not be good. And in here we put an echo and so what I just did is just put that if we run an update method, we will just show that. I mean, I can put it now over here. Now there's nothing you should not see. Nazi? Did he just say Nazi? No, I didn't. So what we need to do for now is remove the headers, else we will not see the result. Again, Nazi. I said Nazi. Fuck's sake. Oof. So, Mr. 92 test underscore BWD. Okay. So, this is generated, but it might not work. That's the problem. Because the only thing that is stopping the whole thing now is that if that result is null or false, it will exit and not give me the token back. Which will say, okay, I'm not logged in. So probably this is the issue. Wait, where? Oh. I was looking at the wrong thing. So. Oh. Super simple. Set user token where username is like. Just flip those. Fuck. Okay, let's remove the command again. And let's close that. Test. Ah, because we still have the headers off. Test. Does not do anything. This test underscore PWD should get me here. Nice. Super good. And now we should actually have a user token. 16 bit, which is used to access now everything. Oh, and what we can do as well is set the last redeem to now. Because when we log in, we don't want anyone to redeem anything anymore. Because if you did the last redeem like last stream 1 month ago, and then you log in, then you could redeem like a month of watch time, although you weren't there, or although there wasn't anything. So the last redeem has to be set as well on the login. So set user token to that, and what we want to do as well is last underscore redeem is now. So hopefully that should work. Yeah, now we have the problem that we still have the session. A new incognito. Gaming, work in progress. The watch stash 91 open box. Yes. Now there's no mistake. Now there is one, and if we go in here, shit, always mistyping. Then we're in here, and this one says the last redeem was just now. Good. That works. Super nice. Damn, I closed the array. The array. The database. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay. That's working great for now. So we can log in, generate a token that we will use to access the data, which is a lot safer than just saying, okay, this user did that. But we say this token did that, and the token is linked to the user, because we can just easily swap out the token, but we can just update the username every time, or we just simply save the password somewhere in here. That's not a good idea. I mean, it's on the server, not on the client actually, but still not the safest thing to do. Okay, so that works so far. So now we just have to do, okay, if you're logged in, you will see, first of all, your name, the coins you have, and a redeem button. The redeem button will be like, okay, you have been watching for, I don't know, and yes. Just thinking about something with the redeem system. Someone leaves the window open and redeem and redeem and redeem. Haha. Not if I check if his life is certain value. Life is not necessarily all time true. But I can say if it's not true, I call. Okay. That's the topic for later. Okay, gonna do a small break, then we see us again. Whoops. Was not the plan. Okay, good. 5 minutes. Something. So, welcome back. We just did the login for the dynamic tools, or for the toolbox, which works. But now we have to care, what do we do if we're logged in? So if we're logged in, we will definitely have... That's the problem with wireless keyboards. They turn off. Okay, if we're logged in, we will do a card for redeeming. Instead of this, we'll have here a redeem card. H1 redeem. H1. You can redeem every minute 1 TMS point. Don't worry, you don't have to click the button every minute, but if you, for instance, click it every 5 minutes, you get 5 TMS. The only thing you have to care about is that you have to redeem your TMS points while the stream is running. If the stream is not running, your redeem pool is emptied without you getting them. Yep. And here we'll have the button. ID is redeem. Redeem. Then we do a span with a data target of redeem amount. In here for now, 0 TMS coin. So let's have a look how this looks for now. Class is call 12. Call 6. Or call 8. Let's do call 8. Tools. Hashtag redeem will be border radius of 5 pixels. And let's leave it like that. Else, well. Whoa, what? That was not the plan. This is not getting better, this is getting worse. Why so big though? I mean, on the other hand, you could do it simpler. First we need to justify content sender. And in the tools, we say the redeem button has a width of 75%. That should work. But it's not standard. Fuck me. I mean, on the other hand, we could just do margin left is 12.5%. Then this should be in the middle. Yes. And we want to change the H1 here a little bit. By saying font size is 120%, font weight bold. And before that, there will be a margin pop of 20 pixels. Okay, maybe 20 is too much. But we just do more down here as well. Where do we do this? Why is this again somewhere else? Margin, bottom. Probably that's too much because there will probably be a padding on it. Yeah, let's go down to 15. And that should fucking work. Okay, so that is in there. Okay, and what we want to have before that is an overview. Row, justify comment center. In there we'll have a div class for 12 card. The way if we do a call 11, it looks probably a lot better. Card, justify center text center. And the div. And here we do something like you are logged in as, or maybe we should get the login. But do I want to rename login to? Nah, let's leave it like that. What we want to do in here as well is set the username is let's do a post username. So we at least get that. You're logged in as HP echo _ session username dot You have, let's just say strong balance. And in here we put let's do a span here. Span data target is point amount. Just do 0 for now. So you're logged in as notice undefined index. Oh yeah, obviously, because we don't have the thing yet. Because we didn't log in yet. We obviously won't see, but we will do that as a span. And using breaks. Small span. And then span. By the way, how does the call 11 look? Yeah, that's a lot better, like it's not the full width. So let's close this and that and open a new incognito with again this, and we head over to watch and we open the toolbox, and here will be lying minutes 192. You're logged in as, did I not save it yet? I mean, anyhow, we have now the username, that's what we needed. Why is there... Oh? How is this 24 high? Yeah, but if we put that out, it will probably be endless, right? Makes barely any sense. Why is there no... That makes really no sense. We don't need the dot here. Fuck the dot. Okay. I think that's... Only thing I'm a little bit worried about is... padding... Oh yeah, padding 5 pixels from the card. Okay, so we do... fix that in... Here we do style... padding bottom... none. We don't need important because it's a style argument. That is high priority anyhow. Why is this still padding on bottom? It says padding 5. It should not be a padding. How is that? We need the important? Okay. We do it like this. Okay. So this is working for now. I mean, it doesn't display the right amount of TMS coins and it doesn't do the redeem yet. Because what we need for that is we will need a JavaScript. Or basically a lot of JavaScript, which we're gonna input here. So script source is dot slash scripts JS what we're gonna do, yeah, user underscore balance dot JS. Okay, new file, function something, and we're gonna go to scripts JS tools and user balance. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is function update balance, and what we want is document dot ready. We're gonna do as well update balance. So if the website is fully loaded, then we will update the balance already. So it's doing it in the beginning. I mean, basically, which is all function init, and here we do an update balance, because we'll probably have multiple functions later that are run at the beginning. Good. So how do we do the update balance? The easiest thing would be kind of using an API. How do we do that? You know, I will open my fork and I will have a look at a different project that I did, because I usually I did there just API stuff with JavaScript and whatever, which is probably perfect for us. So what we're gonna do is we create a new file and just start again with PHP. So it will be a PHP file, and we're gonna save it at API and get user balance .php. At user balance PHP. Good. What we're gonna do in here is we give back a JSON. How we do that is header content type application slash JSON. If you don't know what a JSON is basically a general object format, which has like curly bracket. You've probably seen that already. Kind of look like something like this with user is hi params, I don't know, terms logged in true. You know, it looks something like that, which is basically object format, which is JSON. So what we're gonna do here as well is again get the reporting. We don't need the session because we will do the session. We give the script everything it needs, basically. And this this is the login PHP. Yeah, let's call this user instead of login. Save as user PHP. We're gonna use as well here the user PHP instead of that, and in the login we have to change it as well. User login and get token. And this is basically a private, and we don't need PHP, the tools login, we don't need that, we need user. Okay, so let's delete all of them and put those back in. For now it should not have changed, I think. Good if I know such things. Okay. What we definitely need in here is obviously database access. So we do scripts PHP database connection PHP. Is that right? Yes. Oh wait. Why does it say login? This is user, not login. Yes. Alt somewhere? No. So basically we need exactly that. The only thing we have to keep in mind, we just have to go back one. Tools, user, good. Then we open up the database, which we have somewhere in fall. So now we decide which data we need, which is super simply the user token. And we just do it empty here. And we're gonna get the stuff as a post, which means if not is set $post user token. If we don't get a user token, we will straight away echo no. Let's make a new JSON here, which is null. I just called it JSON, it's not something specific, but this will basically an array. And in the end we wanna echo the JSON, encode JSON. So this is basically now an array, and this makes the array to a JSON string, which will echoed out. And yeah, the header says this is JSON input. Yeah, so basically, how do we do this? We do this is easier. If the user token is set, user token is $post token. And now we just say if the user token is not an empty string, then we do our code. If the user token is empty because it was not set, then it will just jump over and will encode an empty JSON object. Maybe we could specify that better with an output error or whatever. So basically we could do here else. Let's make the JSON array in the beginning. It's an array, and if nothing is given, then we do JSON status is parameter error or something. $JSON error is User token not given. So we can give back something. So, and if we got a user token, we will say dollar amount or dollar balance is user get balance with token or get balance by token, and we're given the user token and the database. We'll need the database. So we have to do that in here. So public static function get balance by token, database, and the user token. What we get, and then basically we'll say result is database select from coins from users where the user token carded user underscore token, yes, like dollar user token. We don't need an order. If result is null, then we return null. If size of result is not equal to 1, we return null. So if there are multiple things, which should not happen, then got balance, and we return dollar result at 0 at points, and the whole thing as an int val. Return that as an integer. So in here, if balance is null, then we know we could not get the balance, which means we're gonna do JSON status is parameter error again, and JSON status fuck me, invalid user token. And else, if the balance is a number, we'll say JSON status is s, and JSON balance is dollar balance. So, in case you are now completely done with life, a short recap. We have a function get balance by token, which takes the database connection and the user token, which we use in here, which is all the time random generated when someone logs in. So this is more or less a safety feature, like get username and password, but we use the user token because we already used username and password, because it's simpler to use. Yeah. Then we go into the database and say, give us the coins, where the user token is the given one. If we get a result, we return that as an integer. In here, this is basically the API we will call. The API needs a user token. If that is not set, we will say parameter error, user token not given. If we got it, we'll use the function that we just seen and get the balance. If we return null, which means we don't get a balance, we'll say, okay, we got a parameter error, invalid user token. And if we got it, we say, okay, API was successful and the balance is that. Super easy, actually. It just looks a little bit confusing. Now let me search for exactly. That's what I want. Okay, and how are we gonna do this now? How will we call the API? Super easy. Update balance. We have to save somewhere our... Because PHP is running on the server and JavaScript is running on the local machine. So we don't have access to the session variables in our JS, obviously. So what we need to do is to make something like, I don't know, a span with style display none. So it's not shown. And we'll give it an ID which is user_token. And in here we will write our user token that we got, or that is set in the user_token, right? Yes. We'll print that into an invisible span with the ID user token, because we have to somehow access our user token. So if we upload now this, you won't see anything. If we hit F12 and look at our thing in the container, you will see there's a span with no user token. What? Oh, we have to echo it out, obviously. Not bad. So back to business. We refresh that will still look the same. But in our F12, we'll see that there's an invisible span with the user token in there. Maybe we could even do it a little bit different, which is... Yeah, let's put it in the data. Data value is, and in there we put the user token. And we don't print it out. Or at least show it in a span. So this way we should have now ID user token, display none, data value, zip, that's the token. So what we can do now is in our user balance do another function which is called get user token from website, and in here we will return $#user_token because that is the ID of the element, and then we want data value. So user token or $user token will return us this object, and then with .data value we access the attribute data minus value, and that is the token we get. So maybe we could already do something like up here we do a var user_token is empty, and in here we will do user token equals get user token from website. So we call that right away, and we have our user token saved in a global variable, which is good. So, and now to update the balance, we have to call the API thing that we just seen. What we want to do here is do an AJAX call. Gonna do $.ajax. AJAX call is something really big, but it should do exactly what we want. We have to specify that we want to use posts You can see this is already a JSON string here. And we want to access, since we are in here, when we call it, we have to go to out. And then we go into API/get user balance.php. So this is our target string or target URL. And the data we want to send is just one thing in this case, which is access or user underscore token is, so this is the name which is used in here, user token post, and this is now the user token in the var. It should work, yes. So, and then what we have to specify is if there's an error, which means the website returns something bad. Be careful. Setting JSON status to parameter error and error does not mean that it is deciphered as an error. This is still a success, but with an error value in it. Which means on an error, we're gonna run a function, which is super complicated, but like this we can get the most information. We need a JQ, XHR, and the text status, and an error thrown. We get those things from the API, and we will just do an alert, which is error when getting the balance, exclamation mark, and we do 2 breaks, and we do status code is the jqxhr.status. Then we do break and do the error that we get, which is in error thrown. And we do another, and we just type out the response, which is in jqxhr.response text. And that's it. So we'll just alert it out if there's an error. If there is a success, we'll have a function. We get an object and a text status. And now important, we have to check if the status is success. So this thing that we set in here has to be success, else we know, okay, there's an issue. So status in here, JSON status means we have now object.status. So if object.status is success, then we know got a balance. And else we will probably do again an alert object dot status or error. Yeah, let's error when getting the balance. Error or custom error when getting the balance. The error that we get is in object.error. Right? Error, yes. Or basically we could just say status is object status, and then we do another break, error is dot object dot error. So if the status that we get from here is not success but parameter error, for instance, it will just alert it out again. Custom error when getting the balance, stat status is parameter error. Error is invalid user token or whatever. And if we got a balance, we're gonna do the following. We wanna put our balance that we get into coin amount. Why not just call it balance? We're gonna put that into balance, which is actually simple. So in here we want to put a number. So it's not that easy right now because we need an ID which is balance. We already use an ID with balance? I don't think so. No, just this one. The other hand, we could just... Let's use this. Yeah, that should work. How we're gonna access this is we're gonna say $, and in here we say we want to span with data target is balance as an attribute. This is used with the square brackets, and in that we want to set the text to object.balance. So this is the thing we got here, the balance that is set in the JSON object, which is here the object. We set it like this, and we need bracket there, and that's it. What we need now is this, and this. Put that on there. Now if we do it, we should get balance 100 TMS coins. Boom. Get strapped. And another thing that means is if something would interfere or change the coin amount to 1,000, for instance, and we run, let's make this bigger so you can see it better, and if we run update balance, the balance is updated. So now we just have to do, if someone clicks like a button and the soundboard says okay, I'll play that, then we can just say okay, update balance, and the balance is updated. The rest is happening in the PHP API script. Super nice. So yeah, the way to do the redeem is quite the same. Actually, we need a script that runs in the background and every minute adds 1 to the redeem, so it updates it here, and then we just call again an API that says okay, you want to redeem, what's your token, give me your token, and then it checks on the server side if this matches or how many coins you really get, and adds it to the thing, and then updates the balance again. You might now ask why are you doing this with server side as well? Simple thing, because if we just would say okay, redeem whatever is there, like the value that is set in the JavaScript, then we have the problem that someone could go in here, or even better, go in here, because this is something everyone can do, and go here and say, I don't want to redeem 5, I want to redeem 50,000. If we would click now the button and the script would just work locally and say okay, take this number and add it to the coins, then we're doomed. So that's why this is just a visual thing, and if we click, we just give a token to an API script, and the API script will calculate how many coins you get, puts that on the thing, and then updates everything. This is so no one can insert whatever they like because JavaScript is running on the machine and it can be changed easily. Same with like Amazon. Amazon will, you order something, will not take the thing that they got with JavaScript and put it into the database, because then it will say, okay, this is not 500 euros, but 5. And in their system it would say, okay, it's 5. That's not how it works. They will still check again in the database if everything is alright. And maybe even they will sue you if you try to manipulate the system or whatever. Could be as well. So the balance is working. And as said, we already have simple thing. If the coins get changed by a PHP script, for instance, and we run in here the function update balance, it will update accordingly. Super nice. Sadly, it took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but it looks good. It's super nice. So we have when we logs in, generate random token and save in JS and DB. We have that. On redeem, yeah. Add an item, balance. We have done that. And now we need to do the redeem. And with now, I mean tomorrow. Because I'm quite done for today. It was over 2 hours again. But that looks already nice. And log in and redeem. Okay. So that is working so far. Super nice. Good. Thanks for watching. We guys see us tomorrow then on day 19. Bye bye.